Welcome to Ecom Insiders Podcast. My name is Debbie, and this event is being sponsored by SPCTEK. Today, our topic is optimize Amazon listings for better conversion with AI. And my guest is Isabella Ritz. Isabella immigrated from Russia in 2015 with her 3 children. A serial entrepreneur since the age of 17, she has created and sold multiple businesses and where she developed e-commerce, SEO, and digital marketing expertise to grow online businesses. She serves as the CEO of Ritz Momentum, a company that she founded in 2019 to provide services for students of whom she was teaching how to sell on Amazon. She saw that they led extremely busy lives and she wanted to help them bring their vision of starting an Amazon business to life, just like she did in 2015. So today, Ritz Momentum is just your one-stop shop for Amazon business services, from heavy lifting of finding and creating a product to selling on Amazon and to optimizing Amazon listings and PPC campaigns. This agency has grown to provide a new or experienced seller how to scale their businesses. Isabella, welcome. And I guess you have a few pets.
Yeah, and they're actually cheering me up to join the podcast right now. And where can I go without them? So sorry about that. So thank you for the intro, and thank you so much for having me here, for having me at the podcast today. When it comes to product sales on Amazon, generally speaking, we have three primary components, which is product, listing, and conversion, and traffic. And when we're missing one of them, the sales are falling apart. However, in 2023, we added one more, which is AI, which
Yes.
is Rufus and Cosmo, right? And Amazon implemented Rufus as an AI assistant that helps people to purchase. Generally speaking, it's a salesman, AI salesman on Amazon. And Cosmo is the algorithm that helps people to get the product they want and be targeted with the product they want. So it's not just about finding out and selling the pictures and the keywords, which we've been saying like years in a row. On Amazon, we are selling keywords and pictures. Yes, but not just only anymore. So, and these days, when we're developing listings, especially we're entering Q4 phase right now as we speak, and those of you guys that are listening a little bit later, you have to keep in mind that your product's supposed to be purchased. And Rufus developed the way where Rufus is gathering all the insights from the listings of your competitors and from the experience of the buyers of your competitors, plus the information you have already embedded into your listing. And then this is how Rufus is leading and priming your customers and shoppers to ask the question about the product you are selling. So by any chance, if your product is baby related and your product requires some type of the certificates and you have this certificate, or you should have this certificate, Rufus can prime your shoppers to ask the question, does this product have certificates? And if you did not put this information into your listing, even if you have this certificate, Rufus will answer, I don't see any information on the listing that your product has a certificate. And what happens next? Your shopper is leaving your listing, even if the product is absolutely awesome. So now, if you want to get into the conversion, you really have to scrape the information from your competitors' listing in the section of Rufus, and make sure that every single question that Rufus is asking on your top 10, 15 competitors is being answered on your listing, whether it's on your pictures or in the description or in the bullet points.
So let me ask you this: do you because like you said, this AI is really going forward, going to be the big Amazon push and stuff like that. I know August 15th, really, they had encouraged everybody to change their listings, the bullet points and stuff like that, to be less keyword padded and more experiential. But you said to scrape your competitors' listings. Is that something that you're doing through an app, or is that something that a person actually can look at and do?
I mean, person can do a lot of things, and AI is based on the people's experience, right? However, if you are efficient with your time, you just can use the Voc AI. It's Voice of Customer, generally speaking, VOC.ai. I still don't know what's their actual name, Shalex or Voc AI. They go with both. They rebranded, and this is where you can log in. You can pull up all your competitors or the competitors you're really interested in. They will scrape all the insights, and you will be able to build, generally speaking, based on these insights, you'll be able to build the listing the way how you want it to. However, the section of Rufus you still to do manually because there is no AI yet that is
Mm.
pulling these questions from Amazon listings and recommending you the best way to answer those. So we have a technique how we're approaching this in the agency, and I'm happy to share it if you want me to.
Oh, sure. I think there are many people who would love to have it, hear it. I mean, I love the expertise of all of the different agencies and stuff like that. And so when you have something that you're really good at, I want you to share it with us. Tell us what you're doing.
Absolutely. So let's imagine everyone right now is on Amazon search results. So, for example, you're searching for Buddha statue, and now you found 15 different Buddha statues that have over 500, 600 reviews. Let's
Mm.
assume it's truth. When this and we're not going right now after the product design, product development, product selection, right? It's we're talking only about product listing optimization. So
Yes.
that's why we have to be based on the high experienced and established listings. Those listings will provide us the biggest and the best insights possible because now we can have opportunity to learn about shoppers, about their pain points, about their experience with this listing, and about the benefits of the products that this listing is providing. Now, after we pulled all these insights into VOCAI, VOCAI will scrape us this customer's experience. At the same time, we're screenshotting on every single listing the section with the questions of by Rufus, and you
Okay.
have two options here. You can just select all of them, highlight them, and copy paste into ChatGPT, or you can just screenshot them and upload them into ChatGPT. And now, when you're uploading this or copy pasting those questions, you have to tell ChatGPT, like, I am analyzing customer shoppers experience of the product blank. In this case, it can be like Buddha statue for interior or exterior because those Buddha statues can be also different. So it's
Yeah.
supposed to be really relevant to what you're selling, to your product, and you're asking GPT and don't do anything. And then you are taking the information that OKI just scraped for your listing of your competitors of the similar product, and you're uploading all this information into ChatGPT as well, and also asking not to do anything. So now GPT has pretty much two data sets about your relevant to your product. And now you're priming GPT to create your customer avatar. Then you're asking how many customer avatars are actually there because some products have different avatars and some products
Mhm.
have multiple, and some products have like a proportion of 60-40% of
Mm.
primary and secondary avatars. Some products have like 15 different avatars, but only one of them is like primary and it's like 90% of purchases. So we have
Wow.
to go after the primary avatar. However, sometimes if it's like 60-40-70-30, we should have like the variation of our product that will target pretty much
Yes.
the same, just different avatar, but explain this product differently. So for example, if I'm shopping for this product as a gift, or if I'm shopping for this product for myself. And in some cases, in some occasions, you would think people purchasing for themselves, but it's actually giftable product, even
Yeah.
if it's like, let's say it's a salad bowl, right? But a lot of people are given as a gift salad bowls. So you're developing this product thinking that salad bowl will be purchased for by people for themselves, but if it's like really pretty and luxury, people will it will be a giftable product. So I can talk a lot about products because it's like really my passion, and like that's what we do primarily in the agency. So when it comes to listing optimization here, now we're priming ChatGPT, asking questions. Like we figured out our primary avatar. Now we're talking about pain points, and then when we figured out the pain points as a question number one, we are asking GPT like, listen, I uploaded the questions of the shoppers about the product. Given the knowledge about pain points and given the questions they're primarily asking, how would you answer those questions on my listing pictures? If it will be, if you have an opportunity to explain it 6+1, because when you're going on Amazon listing, unless you will click on the listing, you will see only 6 pictures and not 8+1. So then that means we have to work with just 6 picture sections because a lot of
Hmm.
people, they're visual. Then after we do that, we are asking GPT to describe our products in the bullet points, answering the same questions. And usually it's like 15-20 questions. So you kind of have to spread out this information in between, and you have to extract the primary information pain points and secondary, right? So if for our shoppers is the most important part is how to assemble the product, or how to take care of the product, or how to, I don't know, store the product, then we have to show this information on the product page, on the listings, on the pictures. And if this information is not that important but still important, we put this information aside to the bullet points and the description, because we're given opportunity to the Rufus to be able to scrape this information from the listing. So, and then there is a step number three, because we still have to implement these answers with keyword search, and making sure that we're not just selling now AI, but we still sell the keywords, and we are still ranked. We're still ranking our product on page number one. So now we're going to data dive, and we're implementing the keywords that are in data dive with ChatGPT together, and we're checking where we can be with our highest ranking juice, and we're optimizing SEO now, not just based on the keywords but also based on the customer's experience, seeing what shoppers are actually searching for. That's like super fast overview on how you're supposed to work with listing optimization using AI.
So, do you believe that now using AI is actually going to be simpler for optimization of listings, or do you think that it's going to take people a while to get used to getting away from the keyword packing?
Well, there is no one button solution yet. I'm sure Data Dive or somebody will come up with an idea how to do that. It's a lot of things depend on people, right? For some
Mm.
people, like, oh, it's too much, it's hard, I don't want to do it. I also don't know any agencies on the market except ourselves that are doing listing optimization using AI. And of
Mm.
course, as more we are talking about it in public, then more agencies will be encouraged to do that, and
Yeah.
eventually they will be pushed out to do that by default, because now you can't rely just on the keywords or just on the pictures, as we mentioned. So it will it will take some time for sellers
Mm.
to get used to, and we're working with experienced sellers, and most of them like, I don't want to learn about it, just do it for me. I'm ready to pay for it, because it let's be clear, it is complicated. Yes,
Yeah.
we have generation Z that are trying to do business, and they think they know everything, and they're trying to be ahead of stuff, but the majority of the business holders are boomers and 70s, 80s, right?
Yeah.
So, and those people don't really want to learn a lot about extra complicated stuff.
Yeah.
So they want to stay with an old school. And I recently was doing the podcast with Stephen Pope, which I think we are the same age. He's probably even like younger than me by a couple of years. He's like, I hate AI. I don't like
Yeah.
AI. He calls AI bias. So, and I don't judge him. He's an old school guy. He has
Yeah.
like extremely, he has huge agency. He's doing phenomenal job growing the agency, growing customer sales, and etc. But he doesn't like this.
Yeah.
And there will be so many people like Stephen Pope that don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, and there will be people like me that like, oh no, we have to be ahead of AI because AI is here.
It's
So
coming.
answering your
That's right.
questions will be both. Yeah.
Well, let's start kind of at the beginning. What are the typical reasons that you see for most listings that have low conversion rates? I mean, what are some of the common things that you see on listings with low conversion rates? The number one thing people can do to really, whether it's through AI or through the old school, what are the things that you see that just won't convert?
Um, listings that are well, I will not mention listings that don't have anything on it, just like picture of the
Yeah,
product. And the picture is pretty bad. The majority of the listings don't communicate the benefits of the product. Sellers are talking about features. It's
yeah,
yellow. It's I don't know, 12 ounces.
yeah,
But what's my experience? What I'm getting from it? So if all of them are 12 ounces ceramic tumblers with lead, which one should I pick? If
yeah,
I'm the fan of pineapples like you, right? I see it on
yeah,
the background. If I'm in love with Starbucks, and I want to stand out when I will be at the party with my friends to make sure it's also not spilling when I'm walking with my dogs. And
yeah,
now we're talking, now I am projecting this product into my life experience when I will be using it. And now I am purchasing not because of 12 ounces, but because it will not be spilled. I will be feeling cool, and also if I will find somewhere the strap that will match this tumbler, then I will also look cute. So it's a lot of things where we have to appeal to the shopper based on experience,
yeah.
not based on the features of the product.
Yeah, and I think we were going way overboard with the keyword packing and the features and all of that type of stuff, trying to get. And I do believe there is this happy road between where you can talk about features, but that you can actually share experience with people too. Because I do think, as you look at how we're kind of evolving on our e-com sales. I mean, why is TikTok Shop so, big right now, right? It's the experience. It's not because they're keyword packed.
No, absolutely not. It is
Yeah,
about UGC content where, like, look, I'm the same person as you, and I'm using this product because XYZ. And I checked so many other products, and I picked this one because XYZ. And that's why people are purchasing there. I actually was extremely surprised. Everyone knows that recently Amazon was integrated into the TikTok shop, so now we can shop on TikTok and purchase the product that will be shipped by Amazon. So I was like, before I went to sleep, I decided to shop on TikTok for Halloween decorations. I'm like, I am usually buying this stuff just for one time use. I don't want to buy it at like hundreds of dollars. I just want to buy it cheap. So I will decorate it and it will be thrown away. So, and I went on TikTok shop. I'm like, oh my God, $160. And I had like two inflatable 6 feet figures and like a lot of LED lights. I'm like, usually it costs me like over 1,000. So I'm super happy. Like I will get it by the end of the September because TikTok shop Chinese are shipping it pretty late. And I'm like, just till the next day, I have delivery from Amazon. I'm like, what is happening? And there I realized that I actually shopped on Amazon, but through the TikTok. So,
Oh,
and in this case, I am actually wondering if my purchase on TikTok triggered indexing of the same product on Amazon. Because what usually happens is, as you know, when you're making a purchase, your product is being ranked on top.
yes.
So if every single product that is being purchased on TikTok is being indexed at the same moment on Amazon, will that actually help or not?
Mm. Yeah, like you said, I think there's just so much that we're going to learn about this as time kind of unfolds and stuff like that. Now, let me ask you about your TikTok shop. I know this is totally kind of off, but your TikTok shop experience. Were they offering discounts and promotions, or you just saw what you wanted, or you went for the discounts and
I
promotions?
really saw what I wanted because I really wanted to purchase this like Spanish cocoa style.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I love them. Like I don't like really super horror stuff. I
yeah,
kind of usually trying to have the combination of both because I have 10 years old that isn't like I want all this horror skeletons and corpse and all the stuff. So I'm like, okay, I bought the corp for you for like $6, like this huge corp that you can hang on a tree with free
yeah.
shipping. I'm like, how is possible? I really don't know. And it was not like, if you remember, with the beginning of the TikTok shop experience, when they've been given discounts like 30-40%, and they've been supplementing this amount to the seller. This one was not the case. That was like $6, this huge corp that we will hang on a tree. I'm like, well, I'll take it. I don't, at this point, I don't mind, even I'm a seller as well. Where is the profit, guys? So yeah, I just bought it because it was cheaper on TikTok shop.
So on Amazon, do you think sometimes you have to do the promos and the discounts?
I don't believe in the promos and discounts.
Okay.
I don't believe, because I believe in the product quality and product customization and product development. Given that Amazon is a dinosaur when it comes to offering products on the market. So when you're going like to shop for something, it's like copycat products primarily. And then people are saying, "Oh, the market is so saturated, we can't sell anything." No, you actually can, because there is a huge demand for a lot of products that people have to buy, not they want to buy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so here's just the answer for how, like, where people are usually shopping. And you're making discounts when you want to fight for price, well, not
Mm.
for the product people want to purchase. And a lot of shoppers, they're ready to pay higher price if the product has been developed the way how they want to purchase it.
Yeah. Now, how do you think AI is actually going to help with conversions through Amazon? I know they're doing it different, but are the sellers going to see better results?
As I mentioned in the beginning, like Rufus will, you have to treat Rufus as your salesperson, your AI sales guy. So if you've been able to add all information on your listing that will match requirements of your shoppers, then Rufus will convert your listing into the sale. But if, when you're asking, is a dishwasher safe? Because Rufus primed you with this question, and Rufus will not find this information on your listing saying, I actually didn't find the information if this product is dishwasher safe, then person high likely will leave this listing
Yeah.
because this information is not there. Or he'll say, no, it's not dishwasher safe, then person also high likely will leave the listing. But if he'll answer, it is not dishwasher safe because it's handmade product by high top designers, blah blah blah, then it will actually make a difference, and it will add value to your product. And then person will ask follow-up question about something else. So you really, really have to dig very deep into the uh, questions that Rufus will prime to ask your shoppers when they will get on your listing.
So that brings me to a conversation I had the other day with somebody who said their concern really about Rufus and the AI movement and stuff like that is, does it become another algorithm that really Amazon owns and can direct people where they want to, without really having full understanding of what it's doing? Or do you think they're going to be pretty transparent on how to use it?
Well, I think people that like blaming Amazon for all the sins in the world, they're just in a box. So like if you are in the box blaming everyone and everything, it's not just about Amazon, it's about your mindset. So
Yeah.
fix your mindset and just look at the whole picture. I don't believe that Amazon developed AI with the purpose to drive all the sales to themselves. Otherwise, in this case, they will just kick out the sellers, right? Which is like it's stupid. It's just so such a low mindset, which I'm really judging. I hate when people do that. All this assumption of ifs. Uh, Everything we see right now, as long as you're in line with Amazon requirements and you understand what Amazon actually wants from you, you are in the game and you
Mm.
are doing absolutely phenomenal. But if you are not doing the right thing, but you think you are, then of course Amazon is the complete enemy and evil, and you can blame
Yeah.
Amazon.
So, how do you think that AI is going to affect, like you mentioned, okay, let's say that you have the proper certification for your dishwasher, but you
Yeah.
didn't put it on your listing, okay?
Yeah.
Is that going to affect buy box? Do you
No, there is
think?
nothing to do with the buy box.
Okay.
It will just affect your conversion, because if I'm asking if it's dishwasher, if your product is for dishwasher safe, and I don't have the answer, then I will leave the listing. It will really affect conversion. It will not affect your buy box. Buy box is being affected when it comes to the pricing, and we're not talking about pricing. We're talking about conversion of the product you're selling.
And what do you think the difference between the enhanced brand conversion, or A plus is it's been called? What do you think the difference between using Rufus just for your regular listing and, I mean, because it seems like to me Rufus is enhancing listings. So how do now they make this enhanced brand different from just a regular listing? What kind of things do you think you're going to see?
Well, A plus is the part of your listing. And by having A plus, you're adding about 8%, let's say 7 to 15%, depends on the product, depends on the quality of your A plus. You're adding 7 to 15% in conversion to your listing. And why it's so low or like higher? Because not everyone is scrolling all the way to the A plus content and reading all of it. However, it comes exactly to the same thing. If you are answering, if you put the answers to your to the questions into your listing, and it doesn't matter if they are in the A plus content, in the description, the bullet points, in your 6 plus 8 plus 1, then Rufus will read all this information from your listing and provide this information to the shopper. So you just have to utilize every single placement you have on the listing to provide the answers to your shoppers.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tell us a little bit more about just your company, Ritz Momentum, and how do you actually help sellers? Just give us some details of what your company does and its services.
I hate the pitch about myself. So, generally speaking, if you're a seller and you need to increase your sales, whether by adding a product to your to your Amazon portfolio of the products that will be profitable and will make you money, and you will not be struggling for like fighting with your competitors because you're one of the 200 other same products, or you want to increase conversion of the existing product, if the room and opportunity to grow for you is there, we will help. We will never charge you extra if we don't feel that you're actually qualified. If your listing is already, for example, like 25% conversion, and we might lift like by 1%, I would not onboard you. But if you are a good candidate, like across the board, everyone's listing conversion is like about 8% and yours is like 4, and we understand that by improving experience, pictures, SEO, and everything else, we will improve your performance, then we'll be happily onboarding you. We're one of the most expensive agencies on the market because we understand what we're doing. Expertise cannot be cheap, so you can come to us if you feel that like that you are high ticket client and
Mm.
you want to have proportional results. So if you're
Yeah.
looking for somebody that will be doing just like whatever
If
low
you're looking
quality
for a
listing,
VA, then pay
yeah,
for a VA.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
VAs, we're expensive. I want to manage expectation every single time we're talking to like potential clients. We're not delivering cheap results, we're delivering increase in sales, conversions, so you're getting what you're paying for. So
Well, good.
yeah.
Isabel, it's been great talking to you today. I'm wondering, do you think that there are other trends that are going to happen, let's say into 2025, that we haven't quite seen yet?
Um, I don't know. I don't know what
Okay.
I don't know. I can tell that the given that AI is there, the right now is the worst that it can be. So
Yeah.
within time, it will be only better and stronger. So unless you will start implementing things today, it will be harder and complicated within every single month that we're
Mm,
moving forward. So we really
yeah.
have to be so in line with everything that is happening and not miss out on anything, then because it will be just more expensive in the future.
Yeah, I think it's important for people to understand AI isn't a trend.
Oh, it's not that
AI, no, it's not a trend.
bad.
Someone's like, "Oh, this AI trend," and I'm like, "No, this is not a trend." And honestly, I didn't know what to think the first time I went on to Chat GPT just to do some research. I wouldn't ever have my browser open without an AI help on there with now, because you can just, I mean, it does reduce so much time. That because I'm one of
100%.
these, yeah, I'm one of these people who likes to really dig in and know things. And I mean, now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I think people need to start embracing it. It's not a trend, it's here to stay. And we're all going to get better at learning to use it. But I think at least initially right now for anybody out there who's listening and stuff, and you are that high echelon type, you know, customer or seller, then you need to look at agencies that are really on the, cusp of
On the edge of
knowing.
AI.
Yes, yes, you've got to do that. You've got to right now lend yourself there. So, I enjoyed speaking with you today, and I just want to thank you for your time. Say hello to the dogs for me. I want to thank everybody who
Oh,
joined us today. Isabel, any last comments?
I will steal your phrase that you just said, AI is not a trend. I will
Okay.
put it in my newsletter. AI is not a trend. It's so great. You said it so on point. It's probably better than any other statement that's been today in a podcast. It's so great that yes, guys, AI is not a trend. It's
Yeah.
I would say it's like a guide right now
Mm,
uh, with the flame that you have to follow. And
yeah.
yeah, and the last part I would say probably when it comes to having AI open in the second tab. There is one AI LLM they call Abacus.
Uh-huh.
Unless you need to create custom GPTs, which they also allow, but they doing like pretty bad job there. But if you're writing, for example, newsletter and you need a writer, if you are talking to GPT and you need to create different pictures at the same time for and pulling them from different AIs, they have Llama, GPT, Claude, and Gemini for just $10 a month.
Oh,
So you can have access to all of them at just $10 instead of paying 20, 20, 20, 20 to everybody.
yeah, I started out a GPT person, Chat GPT, but I'm telling you that I'm really kind of a Gemini fan now. The more that I've kind of played around and stuff, I like Gemini. I don't know what it is. I couldn't probably put my finger on it, but for me, I just like it better. So thank you for educating us a little bit
Of
today,
course, thank you for
Isabella,
having
on
me.
AI. I just want to thank everybody for joining us today on Ecom Insiders, which is sponsored by SPCTEK. Today, our guest, Isabella Ritz. If you have any questions, you can leave them below in the comment fields. And if you enjoyed today's session, please subscribe to enjoy future editions of Ecom Insiders. And again, your company name and website.
Ritz Momentum, Ritz Arm, Ritz my last name RITZ, and Arm like ARM.com.
Okay.
Follow us there. Also Instagram Ritz Momentum. at Ritz Momentum, and I put there a lot of information. And LinkedIn, Isabella Ritz with the Z, Ritz like Ritz Carlton, Ritz Craigslist,
Yes.
whatever it's closer to.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us again today. And I appreciate you taking your time today, Isabella.
Of course. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.